Hey guys, it's Miranda here at Sunshine and Grace, and we're doing our 3579 today, making playing card style notebooks using 9 items. We will need, I'm just going to hold one of them and show you what you need. You're going to need a paper, I'm going to leave it so you can see it, a paper clip, string to bind or sew, ephemera pieces to go inside, in the front and the back, or just little scraps, tags, that kind of thing. You know, anything to stick inside it. Bling. We're using stickles on the outside, which is also one of the items, and bling on there. Lace or ribbon, as you just saw, lace, ribbon. That's actually washi, but on these others I used lace. Stickles to accent. Paper to make your actual notebook pages. Napkin, collage paper, decoupage paper, something to decoupage on the front. You can see this is napkin that I printed a page from my Bluebirds of Happiness digital kit out on, and then just tore a section out and glued on. This one is actually Tim Holtz collage paper that I put on and inked a little. This is more of the Bluebirds of Happiness digital kit on the napkin. And the one we're going to do now is using Bluebirds of Happiness printed on tissue paper. And it gives it very much a feel like the collage paper. So I really like that. And then you're going to need 2 index cards to make your cover with. Okay? That's it. 9 items. And this is my 4th recording of this. I have flubbed every single one of them so far. So let's hope we make it through this. If not, we're just not having through 579 this week. So if you see this, it went well. If not, yeah, it didn't. Okay, so y'all can screenshot that. Playing card notebooks. Playing card style notebooks. And we're just going to get right to it because, like I say, I've done this 4 times now. And this is one of my favorite items to make, period. So it was kind of one of those things I was already like a pro at. You know, that I can do with my eyeshadow, which is why I talk too much during making it. But what you'll do is you'll take your index cards, look at them, choose, especially if they're coffee dyed, choose the parts you like that you would want to use as your front and back cover. This one's kind of bland, so I'm going to use it as the back cover. So I like this little spot, so I'm going to I'll use that for a tag. Never mind. We'll turn it this way. Because I would lose that with the binding. And then the front side, this one's just cool no matter how you turn it. So we're going to take our playing card. This is just a template, so you can see it actually is the size of a playing card. You can even use playing cards. I have in the past, but for what I'm doing today, I really like the idea of it showing, and I don't want the red to show through, since it is a see-through material. But if you use regular paper, you can absolutely use a plain card. And you don't have to use the index card. But you'll want to cover both sides of it. Probably. I would, because I like to be able to write on the inside of these. I make these constantly. I stick them in journals. I sell them separately. So if you like the look but don't want to make it yourself, you can always go in my Etsy shop, my Facebook Marketplace, or just send me a direct message and I'll cut you a deal on some of these, because if I sell something outside of those 2 places, I don't pay any fees, which means you're going to get a better price. Just an FYI. So, because sometimes those fees do, I do charge more just because of the fees to cover them. So, okay. There's your basic cover is cut out. Done. Same size as a playing card. We're going to take a paper corner rounder and we're going to round the 2 corners. I'm just using the middle size because it's closest to a playing card. Well, actually, those playing cards have kind of skinny points that I have now. The ones before that had nice rounded. The other ones had the small one. I don't like that pointy one. Okay, there's that. This one's the back, so I'm just going to lay it to the side. We're going to decorate the front. I'm going to choose what part of my papers that I want. I actually have a little piece of the napkin still, but I'm going to use the collage paper. You can see the difference there. This is the tissue paper that I printed on, and this is the napkin. that's basically the same area. Just so you can see, there's more texture to this one. It's got more of a, like a, I don't know, just a texture to it. Where this is smoother looking. So that's the difference. And I'm wanting these flowers. That's why I'm going with this. I also want that treble clef. Is that what those are called? Can't remember. Okay. Now, let me see. How am I going to be able to get all of what I want on here? I think like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rip using the edge of the paper for my kind of guide. You don't have to do it this way. You can literally just rip it. But since I was specifically wanting a certain area, I'm going to use that to help me know where to tear. And I'll just tear this piece off. And then I can shape it if I need to once I get it on, you know, where I'm going to put it. Because I will want to tear some of that down. Like there's too much over here. Shape it however suits you. And that edge is really straight. I don't like that. So something like that maybe. Yeah. Okay, and because this is the tissue paper, tracing paper stuff is a little thicker, so I'm actually going to be able to use the glue on this. But if I'm using napkin, I have to glue on the cover and then stick the napkin to it, just a tip. So know your material, because if it's strong enough to do this, this is easier than trying to judge where the glue needs to be. You know, because I've had to do a lot of cleanup afterwards. You don't want to use a heavy hand at all, though. Even with tissue paper, yeah, it's strong, but not that strong. Okay, now that's all glued up and stuck to my finger. Okay, trying to keep it in frame here. That's why I have the mat, because I know I'm bad to try sort of jump out of frame. I'm trying to work on that. Okay, there you go, guys. That's the bulk of it done. That's the hard part, is just getting that little thing on there. And I usually just rip it. That'll make that edge stick anyways. And here they are, stickles, not stickles, my gilding paste. Oh, I want to ink it first. Using my walnut stain. I'm still using the little square inkers because I don't want to buy new rounds. And I just hit it like that with these things. I actually probably may not go back to the other because I really like the look that this gives. And the way, I don't know, I just get a different look from it. So for now, it's happening. Okay. A little bit of this in a couple spots. And y'all have seen me do this 100 times because this is like one of my favorite things. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm going to do when that bottle runs out, because from what I remember, that stuff was really expensive, like more so than I would have paid for anything to put on my face. But I'm sitting here considering buying it to put on paper because I like it that much. And then I just take my finger to get the excess off and rub it over the actual pattern so that then the pattern picks up a little bit of sheen. Okay. You grab your front cover and your back cover, stack them together, and get whatever fiber you chose to be your spine. I'm using a scraplet of sari silk. That kind of sort of matches. And I'm just going to pick what area I like. I think I like this end down here. No, I like this end. Okay. And then I just measure about how long the cover is. Why am I struggling? Okay, you know what? Let's just do it this way. Let's glue it to the cover and then cut it, because for some reason my head's not wrapping around that. Alright, just a little bit of beacon glue. I see that did not glue down very well. Okay. And I do like to smear it, especially since it's going to be okay. Not anymore. It's not. We'll just wipe that on the back of our hands. That's what God gave them to us for, isn't it? Okay. Ooh, that's so pretty. Okay. So I'm just going to stick that down and work it down the thing, whatever that's called, side of the card. Okay, it's down and it's pretty. Now, yeah, I've got plenty left to work with there. You want enough to wrap it around, and you do want to wrap it. You don't want to just like lay them side by side, and I'll show you why in a second. I'm going to save that little scrap because I will use that in a few minutes. And there's that. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're actually going to stack them side by side like, you know, like it was a closed book. And the reason I'm going to offset it just a tad on purpose because you want to create a gusset in there. So that you can put your signatures in a little bit. So just put your glue along the back. Spread it a little bit. That just keeps it from coming through, like showing through your sari silk so much, because sari is kind of delicate. And okay, you can see how I'm lining that up. Don't want to cut that far off. Okay. Just kind of stack it together and then push the sari over onto it, and probably do this the other way around and start from the back and get a really cute look on the front. It's okay. And then what I'll probably do eventually is trim that edge, or let's just work that edge on out. That'll give some interest to the back side. I just spread a little extra glue and then work that edge down into it. Okay. You see, I forgot to spread the glue so you can kind of see it there. You won't once it's dry, but it bothers me now. Okay, there we go. That is one cute little spine. Open it up and you can see the gusset. That's where your signature sits. To cut your signature, you use a plain card, or if you've already cut your spine, you'll use it. And you just want it to be a little smaller than a plain card is tall. And then it's a little less wide than a plain card, but you're going to double it. So you're going to, you know, like 2 plain cards long. And you can measure that. I have in the past. I did not this time because it really usually just works out that I just kind of guess at it. And use half the time I won't even cut it until I've got it in this cover put together. I just had it already done because we're doing this on film and I don't want to record it again because I've never recorded the same video 5 times in a row, and today's not going to be that day, because if this isn't it, it's done. I don't need any more notebooks. Does anybody want to buy some notebooks? I sell them on, like I say, on my Etsy, or if you just message me. Yeah, I'm kidding, but you know, I do have a bunch of them now, and they're really cute. And y'all can make them pretty easy. Okay, now to put them in, what I do is I try to line it up in the spine. I seat it, and then I clip it with something, usually one of these. I find that it clips the hardest and holds the tightest. So I just make sure it's in where I want it, and then I put 2 of these on. Sometimes I'll use a regular paper clip, but they do tend to slide. These little puppies do not. And then you just kind of judge where you think center is. It's not rocket science. These are little tiny notebooks to go in purses or inside a journal. You don't have to be exact. Okay, you go through the middle to the outside, from the inside to the outside. Then you come to the top or the bottom. I like to go to the top. I don't know why, it doesn't matter. and you come through that gusset. Okay, I'm going to pull it back, and you can see I'm in between the two pieces of paper, and I'm about 1/4 of an inch from the top, and I'm going to use the table to help me here, and just push it through all those layers, and it'll come through on the inside. And you're going to come all the way down, and you can go ahead and take that one off. You don't need it. To the bottom. And you're going to come about 1/4 of an inch up, and you're going to do the same. You're going to kind of push that through, making sure it goes in that gusset. Take that off. You don't need it anymore. And pull it through. So now you're at the bottom of your journal. And now you're going to come back up to the center and go through, hopefully the same hole. Hopefully the same hole. Hopefully the same hole. I am not anywhere near the same hole on the inside, which happens. Okay, there I am. Now you can see I came out right in the same spot. Pull that through. Take your two tails. Tug this way. Tug this way. Make sure one is on the left side and one is on the right side, okay? Of that middle string that you ran down the middle. And tie it. Boom. And yeah, I know they say left over right, right over left. I say just tie that puppy until you feel comfortable that it's not going to move. I feel comfortable that after the 3rd knot, it's pretty well stuck. I know if I have to actually take a needle to undo it, it's good. And then trim. And you have sewn a journal with the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Pull that out of the way. Okay. Now, y'all, this may be my favorite one so far because that's cute. All right. Let me put that needle away before the cat decides to eat it. She'll hop back up here in a little bit. We're going to make a pocket for the inside using our scraps. And this is why I say this one, I really like that corner, so I'm going to have it down like that. So what I need to do is decide where I want to cut this. I know that corner is going to go down, so I just want to see what I want to cut it right here at that line. So it's 1, 2, 3 from the edge, because I got to flip it the other way, because I have to have that line on my left to be able to see it right. Okay, there we go. Now, take our corner rounder. Oh, I want that up. Okay. Round both edges. And then you want to put a little thumb tab right there. And the way I do that is with a 1/2 inch circle, or an inch if I'm making a bigger notebook. But, you know, for these, it's a 1/2 inch circle. And I pinch that little halfway point, and then I take my inker and ink that halfway point. Just enough so I can see it when I put it in there. And then, if you look, there is a line that I drew with a Sharpie in there. That's halfway, you know, like the center point of the half circle, or the circle. And then I just line that little line I made up with that and pop it out. And there you go. You have a little thumb divot, and you didn't need no fancy tool to do it. You just used your little half circle punch, or your circle punch. You can use a regular, one of the, like, you know, scissor kind, I call them, but the like handheld ones, the little old school ones, they work too. It doesn't come out as big around, but really it doesn't need to. I just use that because I have it. Okay, I'm going to use art glitter glue to glue this pocket in, and then we will decorate it a little bit just to make it cuter. See if it's not cute enough already, because it is totally cute. Okay. And I got little pieces everywhere. Okay, and I just line it up on the inside cover. Hopefully you do a better job than I just did. It's like, yeah, drop it, slide it all over the place so that the glue sticks everywhere. Then I'm going to grab a piece of something. Maybe that. I like that. It's got color. It's pretty. And it fits perfect. And then we just take our glue again and slap over it. And you don't want the glue to sit for very long. You also don't want to throw your glue like I just did. I have got such butter fingers today. Okay, I really want that color on there if I can get it. Okay, smooth it, smooth it, smooth it. Smooth it down. Okay, kind of went over the edge. That's okay. We're going to fold it over there. Okay, there. That looks good. I like that a lot. I do. Now, you need something to put on it to pretty it up. Move that out of my way. Do I want a little piece of this? I think I do. Because that's really pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to cut a piece of this. Snip. And take my, whatever the beacon is. Ignore my rumbly tummy because I am hungry. And I'll just spread a little tiny bit of glue at the bottom. And put this little blingy bite down there. Ooh, I like that. Okay, there. Blinged. Because I'm obsessed with the bling. And then I want to keep that. I tore off the edge and I saved that little chunklet. There. That's what I want. Because I'm going to make a little cluster of some stuff here to glue. Maybe. I may use this on the front actually. Or maybe I won't use it at all. I'll use it on a tag. That's what I'll do. Okay, so this one's going to be our tag. What you do is basically the same process. You're going to fold this in half. But this time instead of pinching the center, you're going to hold those corners together and snip them to get your like edged corners. Because I can't do that where they cut one corner and then flip it over. They're not going to look the same. I don't know why they won't look the same, but they will not look the same if I do that. No, never works. I have tried that 1,000 times and it just comes out yucky. So that's my trick. Fold it in half and just like, you know, put it like that. Okay, we want a little piece of something on there. What's this? Oh, that'll look good. That was torn off of one of the other ones I made because I've made so many now. Okay. Then we're just going to glue it down. I'm going to glue it upside down though. No, I'm not, because that's going to bother me. I'm just going to tear that there is what I'm going to do. I don't want that big long piece. Okay, ink it. That's going on the top here in a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. Ink, ink, not ink. Glue, 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 glue. It. And then put it down. Stick it down. Do your best. Hopefully it doesn't do what mine just did, which is wrinkle. Oh, well, it's okay. I fixed it. Take a little gilding. That did not fix, did it? No. Okay. Flip it up. I can see that it's flipping up, but I can't get it up. Okay, there. And you just rake back over it to make sure that it's glued. Lightly rake over it. Don't be heavy or you'll get glue everywhere. Okay. Then we're going to take just a little dab of this and hit a couple of the spots on the actual decoupage part. Try not to hit it that heavy. Okay, guys, that was too much. It was too much. It was just too much. Yep. Now it's really gold, and I didn't really want that. So then I'm just going to turn it back down with this. need to hit those edges anyways. Okay, there. That's a little better. It's not so bad now. Yeah, it is. But it's not. It's okay. I've done too many today. That's what it is. Okay, I have these little scraplets. And I'm just looking to see if there's another little scraplet of something stiffer than tissue paper over here that I might like. No, I think that's enough. I think that's enough. As I go digging again for more. I just need to keep this as, I think I'm going to snip a little bit on there too, because I'm wanting some blue to kind of give some contrast. Okay. And I'm just going to staple that. Where's my stapler? I think there's my stapler. Ignore that, okay? You did not hear me do that. I quote that movie all the time. Anytime I say stapler. I didn't even like that movie. But it's stuck in my head forever. Okay, there's our little tag to go in that pocket. Now we want a little piece of something pretty in there. So I'm going to take, this is huge, guys. But we're going to ink it, and let's see, that's smaller.